Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset, or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been coming over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming.
Everywhere you go, you can hear the laughter. Little kids playing, chasing after. Innocence shines bright like a built-in light. With their giggles and smiles, everything feels right. Oh, the joy of little children filling up the air. Their happiness, contagious, nothing can compare. Just watch them run and play, carefree and wild. Oh, the joy of little children.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Millie, Miss Grace, and Sharon. Miss Grace said, "This blesses my heart, keeping Sebastian out here. That's what Katie and CP want. No one to mention him." Well, that's too bad, too sad. Too bad, too sad. And Summer and Monkey, that's right, stole my heart. Deanna, hello. Me and you, hello. And beautiful Janice, hello. And Dawn, hello. Danny Lynn, hello. I'm so glad to see you all. Michelle Scott, hello. Let's see, my computer's a little bit. Baby Kisses, hi. And always LA, hello. Lisa B, hello. 30-minute, you're on your 30-minute lunch break. Hello. I hope you got something good. Suzanne, hello. Cece, hello. Don't let this become another Summer Wells. I know that's right. Virginia Beach, it feels good. 102 heat index. I don't know if that feels good. I don't know about all that. Ooh, Green Hearts. Girl Mom 2. Hello. Pooh Water is 94. That does sound good, though. Terry Parker, hello. Oh, thank you. Sarah, hello. Stephanie, welcome in, everybody. I think I am at the bottom. So I was trying to put my, look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. I got a teardrop. Smiley ain't smiling. I got a teardrop there. You love it? Love that shirt. I think this is the one. Let's see. This is the one. Hold on. I always got to do this. I think this is the one that has Sebastian on the back. I think that's the one that's got Sebastian on the back. So I don't know for sure if she just put that one on the back for me or not. I'll have to ask Andy. Or if it's on all the ones on that one on the back. But I do have some new merch because I made her fix me up a little special one. Andy hates me because I always make her do me. So I finally told her, I'm like, look, and I did design this one myself. I did design it myself. I'm like, look, I need some new stuff. She hates me because I'm always sending her, I got this idea, ding, 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 ding. If you go to the merch store, there is other creators out there, but I probably got the most on there. They all probably hate me. It's not good when I start thinking. I'm just saying, it's not good. But I got a couple more, and I'll wear them. Stupid me didn't bring them in here again. I had them in here at one time, but I didn't want them to get all dusty. But anyway, it is what it is. But I thought it was very cool. So y'all can go over there and take a look at Caltees. And I got one that was Summer and Sebastian. Anyway, thought I would do that. But I want to let y'all know before we go any further that I just want to take a minute for the Idaho, for Idaho, the community, and Lord, what all went on yesterday. Because that was something, that deserves our prayers to the family and the communities and the first responders. They work hard and they didn't deserve all that. That was senseless. It was senseless. Well, what happened yesterday, it wasn't just tragic. It was senseless. It was cruel. And those go out. My heart goes out to those men and women. You had actually a nutcase to set a fire to, actually it was a trap. They had over 300 personnel to go out, and then they set them up. Basically, 2 firefighters died, and one had to have surgery. They're in critical condition. Basically, that's about what happened in a nutshell. They don't know why. The shooter, they think, was a lone person, and I don't know if they have a motive yet or not. I mean, nothing, there's no reason why. I mean, there's no excuse. Hey, Angel talks too fast. Hello, Dina. Everybody coming in. Hello, hello, hello. But prayers to that family and that community. So I do want to get that out. And then on another note, you would have had to been under a rock, so I don't need to explain this to you. Hey, hindsight. And we don't need to go into all of this, but we are, I guess, on verdict watch for P. Diddy. I did put a few things out in the beginning, but I did not cover the case. There's no reason to cover it. I'm not in it for the money and all that crap. It's awful, that too. Hey, Mama Rissa and hindsight and everybody. But I want to know what the verdict is, just like the world does. Hey, Victoria. And like I said, you'd have to be under a rock to not know what's going on there, so I don't need to explain it. But they are on verdict watch now, and yeah, we don't need to go through all that. Nobody wants to go through all that trial and all that craziness. Well, some people do. I mean, and that's their job, and that's cool and all that. We don't need to hear all that. We got enough sadness going on over here. But when that comes out, I will speak on it, because I'm sure Smiley will have 1, 2, or 3, maybe 5 thoughts on that, depending on how it goes. I cannot probably keep my mouth shut. As you know, I always have opinions on everything. Good, bad, or indifferent, honey. Sometimes y'all might not want to hear them, right? But I have more important things to deal with over here and to say and to talk about. I think Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is way more too important over here, and getting the word out on him. Hey, little Redo and everybody coming in. And I was thinking, this is America. This is the United States of America. Why can't we find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Why couldn't we find him in the beginning, and why can't we find him now? And hell, he had a step parent and a mother who was in the United States military, and they ain't even trying to find him. Let's see what Michelle's saying. It's because now everything is free fall, no laws, all just greed. You're right. Kids don't matter. It seems that way, don't it? It seems that way. And I love the United States of America. I don't get mad and say, because so-and-so didn't win presidency, and because I don't have my way, and because I don't like this and like that, I'm going to pack up and I'm moving to another state, another country. I'm moving to another country. Being rich, being poor, being in between. I'm not stomping my feet and I'm going to do this and do that. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm staying right here. I love my country. I love America. But I want to know why, with all this technology, and why, being the United States of America, we cannot find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I think it's a legitimate question. We could find Osama bin Laden. We could find this one. We could find that one. We could find jailbreaks. We can't find Sebastian. What the heck? It makes no sense. Not to me, but hey, who am I? Smiley don't know nothing. I don't get paid them big bucks. I'm not up here in politics. I don't know nothing. They want my vote, though. They want me to come sit on a jury. They want me to make these decisions. They want me to do all these things. And if I don't, they can subpoena my ass and take me to jail. But I ain't going to get mad and leave my country, because I love my country, honey. But what's going on? I still have a right to question. Me either. We need Sebastian to be found. It's been way too long, far too long, in my opinion. It really has. Hello, everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. The silence, the excuses, the distractions. Hey, Tam here. It's so good to see you. None of that's changing. It's just that simple. It's been a little bit over 16 months, and every day that passes, every day without answers, it's just unacceptable. The Sebastian Rogers case is like many other missing person cases. Hey, Sidetrack. Hello. Gina. Hello, everybody. a lot of those cases have gone cold. Jack of all trades, I love you. But we need a significant breakthrough. We need to see movement. We need to see something. I hate coming on here and fussing every day. I mean, I'll say things nobody else will, and that sometimes is not even my intention. But what is the resolution? A new witness? A confession? That would be nice. Could there be somebody that witnessed something? Somebody at the gas station or store Katie stopped at on the way home? A neighbor? Could they be holding on to footage? Something? There could be a person involved or someone, it's been almost 2 years. There's been people years later that's come forward. Somebody knows something. Will somebody confess something? I don't know. People's keeping silent, though. I'm very convinced. I'm so convinced of that. Maybe it's because they fear for their families. There's been threats here, threats there. There's been blackmail. People's tried to blackmail. I was talking to somebody explaining some stuff in another case and how things went down and stuff like that. And, people that don't know, hey, I was new to this stuff once too. And people that don't know think, and it could be as simple as pushing somebody to, you're going to go on my live because I'm going live with or without you. That happened to me one time. What? What are you talking about? What? That's sort of blackmail. But what it all boils down to is this. In the long run, people can say things to you. They can threaten you. Whether you know or you don't know, you're going to be just fine, and so will your family. If you speak up, it's you that has to not allow these things to happen. You can allow this or you cannot allow this. It's as simple as that. It really is. It really is that simple. Oh, thank you, Tam, here. I'm not doing that. Why are you? Anybody? Hey, BMW. They do that. They know if they try to get to your family and stuff like that it'll shut you up. And people protect their family, and that's understandable. That's understandable. Then there's discovery of physical evidence. The discovery of Sebastian's remains or himself alive need to be found. For them to do something. Now, they don't have to have a body, but it would be in Tennessee. A lot of people don't understand that, but it would make it mighty easy, a lot better, and very simple. Again, that's going to take for somebody to confess or come forward. They need to spill it. they need to spill it. This also could be found by chance by a civilian or somebody that knows something or has overheard something to come forward and quit holding it close to the vest. They need new, in my opinion, new searches outside the rim, outside the area. Eric Craddock needs to ask people to come in. He needs to get off his high horse, his pretty boy, get out of his mirror, and stop chewing his gum, combing his hair. Thank you, Terry Parker, for becoming a member. Thank you. Woo! Thank you for that. And he needs to just simply ask for help. He needs to gather those searches up. And he just needs to do what he's got to do. Get new eyes on the case. Get new eyes on the case. Absolutely get new eyes on the case. Because there's advanced forensic technology. And as seen in other cases and cold cases, things continue every day to come about that's new. And they need to examine and they need to re-examine. But they need new eyes on the case. New eyes. They absolutely need new eyes. Girl mom said, I talked to a detective about this case, and he said once an arrest is made, the clock runs out for them. Basically, they have to show all their cards, but right now they have time on their side. That's true. That's true. I'm sorry, Bama Cat. I got to where I try to hold it where it won't because I realize y'all have earbuds in. I'm sorry. Sorry. But they have that new technology. I played I shared one of Hindsight's videos today where they were at the Texas Roadhouse again. Again, she puts out wonderful clips, and every time we see something new in all the videos we play. So this one's showing where she had a couple of phones where she was paying for dinner and stuff. Again, I'm convinced they had burner phones, period. All of them. Just how many phones do they have? My question is, was all phones turned over? Did Ellie have all the phones, the burner phones and stuff? Did they get them? Is that what they were looking for in the landfill? And we'll get to that because I got some stuff to show on that. You know, we don't know. They said they didn't get anything. Did they? Did they not? I don't know. Until they come out. But the digital evidence, there's some that's already been analyzed, allegedly, in Sebastian's case. The cell phones that they did have, social media, electronic devices. But there's more that could emerge. Yeah, there's no way out of not having burner phones. I think they all did, in my opinion. And that's just me. I hope they found them all. I hope they got them all. Oh, Vic, thank you so much. Thank you. Woo! I won't ring that bell. I won't ring it right this minute. Hey, Sally. Hey. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate you. Love you so much. But again, things they needed from the landfill, I believe. Again, I will never be convinced they were looking for Sebastian there, but it's interesting. In my opinion, I think they were looking for something or some things, but I don't believe they were looking for Sebastian there. You know, I just don't. And also, I don't think they were living in a highfalutin neighborhood and did not have video cameras. And I don't think that her working at a security camera and how they love their status, that they didn't have cameras in the house. Honestly, that's just me. Chris is going to have audio in the car, allegedly audio in the car, and he's going to have audio. He's going to have camera at his door on the camper. That always got me. That always made me laugh. When he was away at work, why? You don't have one on your house, your $1 million home, but you got one at work on your camera with just you there. What are they going to come in and get? Your shoes? Your work boot? Panda Bear's mom, thank you. Thank you. I sure will. Absolutely. Sure did. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Always. Yeah. Nina mentioned the cameras inside the house. Remember that? Sure did. Sure did. But he's going to have one on his fifth wheel. Make it make sense. Make it make a lot of sense, because it's making no sense to me. So also, I say change circumstances. Sometimes individuals involved in a disappearance may be more willing to talk due to changes in their personal lives. So are they having problems? Is there changes going on? It's been 16 months. What might be happening? Are they falling out with their accomplice? Is there more arguments? And sometimes things like this either bring you closer together or further apart. How is this working out for them? All of them. In-laws, outlaws, hubby and wifey. I'm just wondering. I'm asking. How is the pressure? How's the pressure? Public tips, even no matter how small they are, public tips. It's okay, Kim. We'll get you a late slip. We'll get you in that corner. I'll get you a late slip. I'm going to call Justin. Tell him to send that late slip over here. I tried to upload something a while ago, and it was just messing my computer up. I was like, oh. So then I tried to upload something else. I'm like, well, I'll get that one. And it was still messing it up. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding. Do we know? Lisa, I have a pretty reliable, and I mean reliable source that said indeed. And that was just through a casual conversation. And they would probably pretty much know it wasn't. Yeah, I'm going to go with yes. Y'all can take it with what you want. It wasn't never meant to be put out or whatever. Somebody asked it. It could be, yeah, it's not safe. It's not good. It's not safe. But y'all can take it with what you want. I don't really care. It's not me giving you the information that y'all asking, and I'm saying yes. So take it with what you want. No matter me. And I'm not being rude to you. I'm just saying, yeah. Lisa, that's not necessarily true unless they pay them off not to. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. It shouldn't matter, because if there is an arrest made and she's here, they'll just get her, put her in protective, unfortunately, custody, lock them up until her mother can come get her. And that's sad. That's sad. The law shouldn't stop just because a child's here. And that's sad. I don't wish that on that child at all. This is where the court systems is failing, in my opinion. So there's that. I just hope she's safe. That's all I can say. You know? So, also, if they have new tips, yeah, that's all we can do. Hindsight is just pray. I mean, that's all we can do. Well, sidetrack, I mean, when you have an attorney and the attorney says they're in a whole nother state and they haven't been convicted or arrested or whatever, there's nothing you can do. You know, YouTubers or people down the road from me, or people can say all they want to do about me or whatever. Nobody's going to do anything or say anything to me or keep me from doing anything. I have not been convicted of a crime. Same goes with you. That's the best thing about America. I mean, unfortunately, yeah, they will. Thank you, Amina. Thank you so much. It's not fair, and it could end up like that case we just talked about where he took his two boys in, blew him and his two boys up. Unfortunately, knock on wood, hopefully that's not what's going to happen here, but you know, there's nothing we can do about it. What can we do? If we go or somebody else goes or the mother goes or didn't let that, I mean, there's nothing we can do. They're the ones that end up in trouble. They're the ones that pay the price. You know? I mean, it's just like Seth. I'm sure there's many a times he could have did this, that, the other, but where would that have got him? And then who's going to be there for Sebastian? There's got to be, I know, sidetrack, me too. There's got to be somebody calm in the situation. Now, I'm with you. As calm and rational and is as much advice as I can give somebody else, I'm still not the one. I don't think I could be calm and rational in a situation. Unfortunately, that's not going to help anybody out. And yeah, and that's where things do go wrong. Unfortunately, that's where things go wrong. So somebody has to use a little bit of yeah, thank you. I hope I said thank you. See, sometimes my brain, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I hope, you know, people don't understand this is where the systems fail. And these are where laws need to be changed. And these are where, you know, things need to happen. I know sometimes I wander off. I'm so sorry. I love you for that. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Don't ever think I don't appreciate nothing, because I do from the bottom of my heart. Ding, ding. So that's where things can go bad. It really can. But yeah, so more tips. I mean, you know, the tips can come in and be checked. But are they checking these tips? Are they checking them? I hope so. I hope they're staying on these tips. I really do. I really do. The Sebastian Rogers case is still officially. Good morning, Frank. I know, Mama Marissa. I know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do get like that. I do. I just want to know, are they? Where are they? What are they doing? I hate it. He hasn't been found. But are they, are they actively looking at the tips? I hear so many things and I get so many things in my mail. It's so discouraging sometimes. Oh, I want to hug you too. Thank you. I just wish, that's it, sidetracked. I just wish they would come out and say something, because it hurts my heart so bad. It really does. And it's one thing, one tip, one anything that they say could get them the tip or the piece to the puzzle that they need if somebody hears that they really care and that they are really searching. It really could. And it could just keep hope alive so much. The longer this goes on, I feel the more obvious it becomes that those close to him knows, in my opinion, this. And Ellie should still have to ask Katie. I put some questions down that they should still have to ask Katie, the hard questions. They want hard questions, right? That's what Chris said. But allegedly he was not there. But they need to bring them in separate. Karen said, I can't believe that that Brandon Carter doesn't at least have a return receipt to his email. Right. Exactly. So, but I set up some questions that the police should be asking. Maybe they did. But they need to ask, have you been in communication with anyone suspicious around the time frame? Well, we know. Thank you, Tam here. I love you. It's okay. It's okay, honey. That's fine. You didn't have to do that to tell me that. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Y'all make me happy. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all are all a blessing here. And to Sebastian, and keeping his name and face out. That's all I ask. But they should have to ask this. Have you been with anyone suspicious in that time frame? So we know Green Hoodie. Okay, so here's my question. She had some type of interaction with Green Hoodie. Even Sebastian was, in my opinion. So Chris said they were all interviewed separately, far away from each other. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I did ask Seth, and Seth said he didn't know. He had no idea. So again, and I think it's normal protocol to be interviewed separate. So I think that's normal that they would have been separate, honestly. But this is what I wonder. Okay, so if they interviewed them separate and all that, did they really see? I know that they put like a piece of paper out ruling out Green Hoodie, saying that they interviewed Green Hoodie and that was not a issue or whatever. After Dog come out and put the video out and stuff. But did they really interview Green Hoodie? Did they really interview Green Hoodie? That's what I would like to know. So that's one of the questions. And then I feel like, this is just me and what I think. I think next, Ellie should ask, why have you had limited public statements, media appearances, or pleas for Sebastian's safe return? I mean, after all, that's her son. Why are you not out here pleading for your son, Katie? But in the same token, make her feel like this and then go. They should also ask her, and I'm taking up for her, going, is there any misinformation or rumors or anything that you need cleared up? Because we all know there's rumors. There's miscommunication. They need to make her feel comfortable and say, if you don't want to go out here with us, then we will go out here and we'll do a press conference and we'll try to clear up some of these rumors for you. But you need to tell us what problems you're having, what's not true. What you think in your head is not true, Katie. And they need to approach her like that. I mean, what is it that they don't understand? They're the professionals. They need to ask her. And then they need to ask her, they probably did ask her this, but they need to ask her, is there any reason why someone would harm or take Sebastian? And is there any possibility? I'm sure they didn't ask her this because she's convinced them that he was a runaway. But they need to ask her, is there any possibility, ma'am? They need to go back, bring her in, and re-ask her these questions. Is there any possibility that an accident occurred and you might have panicked? Have you been completely truthful with us? Is there anything that you have not shared with us? Even if you think it's unrelated, anything at all that could help us find your son. She sure did. I play that a lot on my intro. Actually, let's go back to that.
Your theory.
I think it's possible that someone has my son.
Find Sebastian Rogers. He was abducted by
I think it's possible that someone has my son.
an unknown vehicle. Carefully navigate to your
I think it's
assigned
possible
website
that someone
and
has
check in
my
to
son.
claim your reward at us.watch.
Yep. So they need to ask her. Yeah, in my opinion, I think, and I always say it like this, I'm sorry, the truth is the truth. I think she's always been scared of losing Chris. I think she's scared to go back from riches to rags. Hey, Retha. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. but the disappearance of any child, especially Sebastian, but every child, it should get nothing less than full cooperation from the parents or anybody that was last seen with the child. And transparency from every angle. All parents, the mom, the stepdad who says he wasn't there, but he tries to control the narratives. The father's given everything he's got. And any necessary questions need to be asked. It shouldn't be offensive, in my opinion, to eliminate any speculation, to help with any leads, anything that might click and go ding, 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 anything. But most importantly, to help find Sebastian. So let's watch and listen to the landfill, this landfill, just a minute. Hold on. Oh, I got the wrong thing. Let's see. Well, let's see which one we're going to watch.
Law enforcement searching high and low, even in the Kentucky landfill, for clues that can help bring Sebastian Rogers home.
We have been following this story since day one. The 15-year-old was last seen nearly 2 weeks ago in the area of Stafford Court in Hendersonville. News Channel 5's Kelsey Gibbs has the latest on this investigation.
We're going on now 2 weeks and still no sighting of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers. His mother reported him missing around 8 a.m. Monday, February 26th. And since then, there's been a massive search effort on the ground and in the air. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office is asking everyone in the area near Beach High School to meticulously review footage from security and trail cameras. They want you to really focus
Thank you,
on the
Kim
time
B.
frame from the afternoon of Sunday, February 25th through that Monday morning. Even the smallest detail could be the key to locating Sebastian. Yesterday, we had Sky 5 flying over a landfill in Kentucky as investigators with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office searched for any clues. This is where trash from the missing teen's neighborhood went. Officials say the search was a precautionary measure to eliminate possible options and questions. But today, officials say no leads or evidence pertaining to Sebastian's whereabouts were found during the search. This is despite the extensive search conducted by trained personnel, including the use of canines. In an update of the investigation, Sumner County Sheriff Sonny Weatherford is quoted saying, "While we had hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. We will continue to explore all available avenues and resources to bring closure to this case and provide answers to Sebastian's family and loved ones." Now, if you spot something on your cameras that can help, this is what you need to do. You can send footage to the Sumner County Camera Registry and then followed by an email or phone call to the Sheriff's Office, and someone there will retrieve the information. We have all the information on how to do that on newschannel5.com. Kelsey Gibbs, News Channel 5.
Kelsey, thank you. The Sumner County mayor is telling us there is a $3,000 reward from an anonymous donor for information that can help locate Sebastian. We, of course, will let you know if there are any breaks in this case.
Okay, and so I wanted y'all to see that one, but that's not the one because it got me to thinking about Sonny Weatherford. We're going to watch another one, and I hope I got that one correct. But I want to tell y'all, since she mentioned the $3,000 reward, it did end up getting to $3,500, and people seem to forget that one's also out there. A bunch of businesses came together, and because there's never no mention of that, but it is out there. So we're going to watch another one. Hold on just a minute. see.
There's more to me than early bird specials. Just like there's more to Dish. I can count on a locked price for 2 years, like you can count on me to enter beast mode.
For the same price for 2 years, there's more to Dish.
All right, I am Eric Craddock, ERIC-CRADDOCK, and I'm the Chief Deputy at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. I'm joined today by Susan Nyland, SUSAN, NILAND, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. She's the PIN. I also have with me Sumner County Emergency Management Director Ken Widener, KENWEIDNER. You guys ready? All right. Morning. I'm Eric Craddock with Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and we're going to come to you today with an update on the Sebastian Rogers case. Sebastian has been missing since late February. The investigation remains ongoing with steadfast support from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and many other local and federal resources. We are exploring every lead that comes in and every tip that comes in. As I said before, the investigation remains ongoing. The entire community is deeply saddened by what has occurred. We're all extremely concerned for Sebastian's welfare. I want to encourage the community to stay vigilant, to report anything that they think may be of some significance to the investigation, no matter how minute it may appear to be to you. Please call 1-800-TBI-FIND with any tips, or the Sumner County Emergency Communications Center at 615-451-3838. We understand the anxiety and the concern that this case has caused in the community. We too share the anxiety and concern for Sebastian. I want to reiterate that we are doing everything we can to find Sebastian and bring him home. Despite the passage of time, the commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. I said this when we scaled the search back. Our commitment to finding Sebastian remains. We will continue to investigate every possible lead that comes in. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office wants to express our gratitude to the community and the many individuals who have helped in the search, the many individuals who have called in tips, the many individuals who have printed flyers and kept Sebastian's face in the news. Nothing would make me happier than to wake up tomorrow morning with a tip that cracks this case wide open and we find Sebastian and bring him home. At this time, I'll turn it over to Susan Nyland from the TBI.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for being here. We know how invested everybody is in the search for Sebastian, in finding out what happened to him and bringing him home. And we want to let everybody know he has not been forgotten. Nobody's forgotten about him. Nobody has given up looking for him. At the beginning of this investigation, there was a large land search for him. It was very visible. There were also waterways, lakes, ponds that were searched. There were aerial searches with helicopters and drones and fixed wing planes. They were done at night. They were done on weekends. They were done during the day. That was very visible, and it was something everybody was able to see. But we want to let you know that even though there is not that high visibility in investigating this case, that we are not done. It's gone back to what could be considered good old-fashioned police work. Interviewing individuals, re-interviewing individuals, checking out leads, rechecking leads. We have been working with other law enforcement agencies who have had, in other jurisdictions, who have perhaps had some complex cases of their own that they have worked on to get tips from them. We have had, this day of technology with everyone having cell phones and doorbells and ring bells and surveillance cameras. That, as you can imagine, has been a bit of a chore to be able to collect all those and then review them. It's important so we know what's out there. We have been reviewing that, reviewing it again. We have had other agencies involved. The FBI has been helpful in that. Secret Service has also been helpful in that. So we are just trying to do whatever we can to advance the investigation. It has not gone to a place where anybody has forgotten about him or is not pursuing this. The parents have been cooperative throughout. At the beginning of the investigation, they have pretty much done whatever law enforcement has asked of them. At this point, we don't have any evidence. There is not any kind of an indication that there is a criminal element involved. But we are keeping options open. We don't know what has happened. We don't know where Sebastian is right now. So we are pursuing any and all avenues. We do want to caution there are some social media elements out there who purport to have information that is direct from the investigation. I just want to reiterate that that is not the case. Some of the information that is being provided on some of the social media channels is inaccurate, incomplete. We don't want this to damage the investigation. So we would just caution anyone who is following the case to just use some caution as to what you see and what you believe. It's caused a bit of a distraction because a lot of what has been out there in some of the social media channels has been rumors and speculations and theories, and some of that has been advanced and people have caught a hold of it as if it's what's really happening. That has resulted in us getting information that is either, like I said, distracting. It's taking away time and effort from what the agencies need to be doing as far as looking for Sebastian. We have had so far, as of this morning, 314 tips that have come in through the tip line. It's been mentioned, but I'll say it again. It's 1-800-TBI-FIND. We are also taking tips through email, which is tips to TBI, TBI, at tbi.tn.gov. What's next? We want people, as Chief Deputy said, to continue to remain vigilant, get Sebastian's picture out there, continue to share his picture, his information. Now that it's getting to be nicer, well, not today with the weather, but now that the weather has turned warmer, people may be more inclined to be in their yards. If you go out and see anything that looks different, let us know. Something where perhaps a teenager could have hidden. If you have a large amount of property in the area or something that has any kind of holes or unstable footing or ledges where a teen could have gone to hide or to play, and you don't feel comfortable checking it out, let us know. We'll get somebody from law enforcement to go out there with you or to check it out themselves. We just want to make sure that every stone is unturned, that there's no stone left unturned, that we want people to make sure that we are looking everywhere we can. We do want to continue to get the tips, but please don't provide information that you might have seen through social media channels. If you have information about Sebastian, about conversations you might have had with him, things he likes to do,
See, that right there, she's wrong, in my opinion. She should have never come out and said that. On one hand, they're saying everything you have, no matter how small, yada, 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 yada. Look, Seth, if he's listening to this, I'd be on her ass. I'd be back up at that jail so hard if I was a parent. I'm just saying, do what you want. I don't control you, and I'm not his parent, but I'm just saying that right there. And I just literally paid attention to that. Am I wrong, Mama Risa? You don't come out and tell the public that. If that was my kid, that would be a no-go. I would put that on the top of my list for investigation so fast that her ass would probably be fired. I'm not kidding, and I wouldn't stop until she was. I'm serious. Because they are, look at Michael Monkey Vaughn's case. There are cases that come out and praise the media, want the media's help, period. And people, I know, send me, send everybody. Well, I tell you what, bitch, lady, if this case ever gets to trial, and Eric Craddock, y'all listen to this shit, because I ain't in it for shit except finding Sebastian. I tell y'all what, don't y'all subpoena me. You can use my videos and my shit where Chris come up on my stuff, but don't you tell me to come to Hendersonville, bitch, because I don't want to be in court. You are wrong for this. Yeah, she was so cold during this press conference. If that was my child, True story. True story. Lori Page's case. Them people were so glad to hear from me. And that personal detective called me back. That man never got out of jail until he passed. For whatever reason. You don't tell somebody, don't. Yeah, no picture of Sebastian. See, those are the kind of people that think they are above the law, what we just talked about yesterday. She would turn a blind eye, in my opinion. Just saying. She's one of those that think that badges give her a reason to walk around with her head in the... She's the reason people don't like cops. She's the very reason people don't trust cops, in my opinion. Don't worry. Y'all don't have to say anything in chat. Smiley will just say it for y'all. Whew, dog.
Places he liked to go. Any people he may have mentioned that are in his life.
Bingo.
That could be helpful in finding out maybe what he was interested in. Finally, we want to thank the community. We want to thank the media. You guys have been really good about keeping his name in the public's eye. That's really important. And thank you for your diligence in providing that information out there. And as Chief Deputy said, we also want to thank the community. From the very first day, everybody has really been all in as far as whatever they can do to help in the search, to help pass information on, providing water for the teams that were out conducting the ground searches. So thank you again to everybody. I'm going to pass it back to Eric Craddock.
The weather is rolling in. We've got time for some questions. So, yes, ma'am.
I was a few minutes behind, so sorry if I missed this, but has there been any indication at this point of foul play or anything of that nature?
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
They sure did. They wouldn't let him out no matter what.
And you guys have so much ground. Searching, going back, researching, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed. Not a trace of Sebastian anywhere. Nothing found. No footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian.
And are there any working theories?
We come up with theories almost daily and try and investigate and make sure that we're doing everything we can to find Sebastian.
Share any of those?
No, sir.
Two questions, if I may. Have you ruled out Sebastian's mom's and stepdad's involvement in this case? And as a follow-up, have you cleared their alibi?
I think the TBI said it best. They've been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement since day one of this investigation. There is no evidence to support foul play on the part of Sebastian's parents.
Is that moving to Memphis interfering at all with your investigation? Is it changing possibly the avenues of communication?
No, sir.
You mentioned in your last about recent evidence, we heard some rumors that you seeing have some validity, that there was glasses found within the past few days. Can you confirm that?
There were some glasses found in the past few days.
Or have you been able to identify that they were Sebastian?
We are still investigating.
And on the Cajun Navy, have you found how was that coordination happening? Have you found their work helpful? Are you guys working in unison or separately?
The Cajun Navy is operating independently. They have not reached out to us.
Have you found their investigation or their work helpful, or has it been one of the...
Hold on, I'll answer you.
One of the things that I really appreciate they've done is print flyers and keep Sebastian's face out there. It's my hope that one day somebody sees something and calls in and this case breaks wide open and we find Sebastian.
They've claimed they've received threats. To your knowledge, have they filed any police reports or reports to the Sheriff's Department documenting any of these alleged threats?
No, sir.
Are we able to learn anything about what those threats are?
They would have to call the police and report them.
Where's the search go from here? It's been 5 weeks, there's been no signs. Do you believe he's still alive? And what are you guys going to continue working on?
My hope and prayer is that Sebastian is still alive, yes. We're going to continue to work on this investigation and follow up every tip and lead that comes in. Some of this may revert back to us going over some things that we've already done for the 6th, 7th, or 8th time. A fresh set of eyes never hurt anything. We're going to continue to work to find Sebastian.
Have the stories been changing at all as you've been talking with people, interviewing them for a second time possibly?
There is no evidence to support foul play.
Are there any active currently that you guys are pursuing?
We have tips called in daily.
Any of those tips seem legitimate enough to expand law enforcement resources?
Regardless of their legitimacy, we're going to follow up on them.
Will there be any other agencies pulled in to help in the search efforts for this case?
I'm certain there will be.
You met with the biological father and mother this past week. Is that at their request, your request? Is that just re-interviewing them again?
That was at the request of law enforcement. It's not uncommon to talk to the family in investigations like this. I've got time for one more question.
Just overall, how has this investigation impacted the morale at your department, especially with all the scrutiny coming online?
Let me put it to you like this. If my kid was missing, this is the team I'd want on it. The men and women of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, the FBI partners, the other local agencies, the Secret Service, everyone who's had a hand in this case is doing everything they can to find Sebastian. Morale's high. We are here and we are dedicated. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for keeping Sebastian in the public. Please continue to publicize this photo. Thank you all.
So all I need is Jesus, coffee, and true crime. I will answer that for you because, you know, you can't have it both ways. However, they seem to want it both ways. There's a couple of things that I think on this. I think that they did that for, well, one thing, I think it's protocol that they have to do that because I think it's one of the things you just do with a missing kid, first of all. But I would like to know that too. Does he still stand by that statement? Yeah, I'd like to know that too, because I don't believe that for one bit. But anyway, I think that he did that to satisfy the public. And, I think unfortunately, I think he did that I don't think, okay, again, I go back to that video, especially that Rich and Ruby had out, okay? I don't think that they believed he left the house in the beginning. That's just me and what I think. Especially, I think they're holding that close to the vest, but early on, people wanted them to take action. That's part of their job. That's part of a missing person, a runaway, if you will, or anything else Katie tried to throw at them. And it's just common for them to do that and have everybody to look at everything to rule out those things, even though they dropped the ball and they still didn't investigate properly, or or maybe even they privately suspected things. I think that's why he said that. That's just my opinion. But it still raises huge red flags to me. It still does. They need to come out and clear that up. Something about this case just never was right. Never did seem right to me. You know, there was no scent, no sighting of him, no cameras, no this, no that. Yet they want everybody in the world to check their properties, check their cameras. How does that even make sense? I agree with you on that. I respectfully tell them to come out and clarify that. If nothing else, for the sake of transparency. Come on now. Come on. And how can they rule out foul play? Well, how can they? If they didn't never, they still can't rule it out. They still cannot rule it out. I wanted to play those. I got one more, if y'all don't mind holding with me, because there's something that hit me. It might have been the first one I played, but let's just double check if it's not this one. This one's a little bit shorter. And then I want to talk about Weatherford for a minute, because there's something that hit me with this. Hold on.
Nearly 2 weeks.
If it'll quit spinning. I don't know what.
2 weeks since Sebastian Rogers went missing from his Hendersonville home.
Officials say they have not found any new evidence after searching a landfill for hours yesterday. WSMV's Brendan Tierney has been digging for answers about where the investigation Brendan goes from here.
Tracy and Marius, the Sumner County Sheriff says he still considers this to be a search and rescue effort, but the longer this goes without a solid lead, he's concerned that it will become a recovery operation. Detectives searching a Kentucky landfill say they did not find any evidence connected to the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. The 15-year-old with autism was reported missing 12 days ago from his Hendersonville home. Sheriff Sonny Weatherford says there was no specific tip that led them to this Hopkins County dump. They just wanted to make sure they didn't miss any evidence. J.E. McMurtry Disposal handles trash for the Stafford Court neighborhood. The company says trucks were picking up between 5 and 6 a.m. Monday, between when Sebastian was last seen and reported missing. The garbage was taken to a transfer station, then by another company to the landfill. Sumner deputies worked with Kentucky State Police, Metro Police, and other specially trained agencies using dogs to search through the area. Trash was dumped last Monday. They did not find any new leads or information.
And the sheriff says they are continuing to follow up on all tips that come in, including a couple of them today that did lead once again to dead ends. They are asking anyone with information to please contact the TBI.
All right, Brendan Tierney, thank you. Authorities.
Okay. Now, I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but at the very first, Sonny Weatherford, this was 2 weeks in, said he was afraid this was going to be a search and rescue and then turn into a recovery. Now, true or not true, that was his thoughts. And let me take this down. This gets on my nerves. Sorry. And so it hit me at that moment. And I was just like, well, let me. Of course, Sonny died. Let me just go back and see what I can research. Yeah, I don't know. Again, Lil Redo, that's why I'm saying, even Craddock and them, what I just said prior is, as much as they get on our nerves, I don't think even in that Rich and Ruby interview and all that, think that he went barefoot in the clothes. And all. I don't believe, and that's the only time you'll hear me say anything nice about Pretty Boy, is believe that they did not believe Katie's BS. That's just my opinion, and that's what I think. But then we don't hear much about Sonny. And so I was just looking up some things and researching some things because it just hit me. And, excuse me. And so we know 2 weeks into it, that's what Sonny said or thought, in his opinion, search and rescue and recovery. So now Sonny is deceased, and they searched the landfill. And then I got to thinking about it. Whatever day that was on, now I can't think 5 seconds. Anyway, after that, whatever day that was, 2 weeks into it, it wasn't long after that, Chris did the interview with Duchess, and then he did the interview and with the Channel 4 or whatever, and then he did the interview with me. That, they started talking. So was they getting nervous about something? I don't know. That's just speculation and theories and me wondering and all that. But was they getting nervous? He still had those fresh teeth mark, in my opinion, on his arms and all that. And again, that's just me throwing out things. I don't know. All this come about this morning, so I hadn't had a whole lot of time to think, which sometimes it might be good for y'all. But after searching the Kentucky landfill, again, I don't think they were looking for Sebastian, but I think they were looking for something. It was enough to get a warrant. I think they were looking for a thing or things, not Sebastian, even though Sonny thought that. He stated, while we hope for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. And I think that was Craddock. We will continue to explore all available avenues and resources to bring closure to this case. They said no stone left unturned. And then Weatherford confirmed that the large, exhaustive search did not stem from new leads, but was intended to leave no potential avenue unexplored. Additionally, officials continue to report no current evidence or foul play, though the possibility has not been ruled out. That was early on. And then Craddock said that in the presser we just heard. Sheriff Weatherford's statements show commitment to a comprehensive search strategy. And he said no matter how extensive or challenging, persistence and open-mindedness, even in absence of new leads, they will keep on. Acceptance that foul play hasn't been confirmed, but remains under consideration, So defensive answers, they'll keep on until defensive answers are found. So he seemed early on to want to get to the bottom of things and have his people out doing these pressers. But then, sadly, Sonny Weatherford passed away. He passed away on August 2nd. February, March, April, May, June, July, like 5 months at the age of 65. He had sustained a very bad head injury after a fall while he attended the Tennessee Sheriff's Association conference. And then he died the following day after that fall. You know, he served over 40 years in law enforcement. He held office in Sumner County and over in Portland. And they say Sonny was very compassionate and he had a dedication, and he emphasized, again, no stone left unturned. That was his approach in this case for Sebastian's disappearance. The community honored him with, you know, the procession and condolences came from a lot of local and state leaders. And I say, unfortunately, Sheriff Eric Craddock was put in his place just like that. So they say Eric Craddock has served with Sumner County Sheriff's Office for over 15 years as a corrections officer, a deputy, a detective, patrol sergeant, training, you know, for lieutenant and chief deputy. And he had civilian and military leadership credentials. He was a Navy senior petty officer. He had a criminal justice degree and public safety master's and all that. And his long-standing role as chief deputy meant he was already deeply familiar with Weatherford's priorities and Weatherford's policies and ongoing cases like Sebastian Rogers. So with no disruption and all that, people wanted, and I say people, the community, they got a petition together quickly. There's a petition out there, okay? And they supported Craddock's appointment. They praised Pretty Boy's leadership during this sudden vacancy on August 26, 24. That's what I found. The County Board of Commissioners held a special meeting and they voted 24-0 to appoint Craddock as intern sheriff. So the community put him there. He'll be there until the next election. Just remember that. Now, frankly, I don't really care. I don't care if it's Craddock or Joe Blow. I don't care if Craddock stays in office or not. I don't. Craddock has the chance to do the right thing and turn this entire thing around. He does. The question is, will he? And will he go on to set things straight? Will he right his wrongs? Because he's done some wrongs. Yeah, the community's not going to complain. That's right, Little Red. That's why they're hush-hush, in my opinion. You know, you got these people emailing me, and I'm sure other creators. Well, the truth is coming out because I'm telling it to you today. The damn truth is the truth is the truth. So let's get to it. Let's just be honest here. Y'all put him in there. The question is, I don't really give a damn to mess his little family up and his little money and all of his shit. I don't care if he stays or if he goes. But it's just like anything else. Is he going to do the right thing? Because he's got a chance, just like Katie does. Come clean, Katie. That means, Craddock, do the right thing. Right your wrongs, boy. And I can tell you that I'm old enough to be your mama. So listen. What are you going to do to fix these problems? You got other missing cases out there too that you hadn't fixed, that you let slide. And you're going to talk about if this was my child? No, I doubt it. I don't think so. But it's never too late. It's never too late to go straight for anybody. It's never too late to fix your wrongs. It's never too late to make things right. Not just for Sebastian, but for everybody. Stop being this pretty boy and please do your job. You know what your job is? Yeah, he was on the same ship as KP and CP. Where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Everybody with all this military experience. The mama, the stepdad. Afraid of what? You in your mind. Mama Marissa, and spit your gum out. Spit your gum out, boy. Stand up straight. Afraid of what? You allow the things that happen to happen. Hey, Kiki, I hope you're having a good vacation. Some things can't be prevented, but most of the things can. And today should start a brand new day. It's Monday. Make it a great Monday. Start fresh today. Start fresh. Do the right thing. Come out. Have a meeting with your people. Embarrassed. Little Red, people like that don't get embarrassed. People like that don't get embarrassed. You think a gum smacking pretty boy like that don't get embarrassed? They don't get embarrassed. They don't. I've known people like that before. His wife might be embarrassed. People like that ain't embarrassed. Normal people like you or I might be embarrassed. He ain't embarrassed. He don't even know what that word means. But there is a young man missing. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He's been missing over 16 months. Sonny Weatherford would have got this job done, in my opinion. And once he realized that he needed to go back and see if forensics and other things needed to be done, he would have got that done. And y'all boys would have been out there doing it exactly what Sonny Weatherford would have told y'all to do, in my opinion. You can never fill Sonny's shoes, but if you want to try, I think you need to start getting busy, Mr. Craddock. It's not too late. It would be a nice time to bring Katie in and start asking some of them questions. That's just my opinion. If anyone else knows anything, y'all put him there. What are y'all scared for now? Maybe y'all should call 1-800-TBI-FIND or FBI and literally spill what you know if you don't want to call the Sumner County. Maybe I wouldn't want to call Sumner County either. Y'all did put him there after all. Now you want him out. What if this was your child? Well, guess what? He is somebody's child. He belongs to Seth R. Rogers, and Seth wants some answers. That I can speak for Seth on. Katie don't seem to be worried where the hell he's at. She already knows, in my opinion. So y'all have a great day, and thank you, each and every one of y'all, for spending time with me. I got a couple of lives planned today, and if y'all can, jump over here. If not, just watch the replays. It's fine. I really appreciate y'all being here. I love seeing y'all today, and I hope y'all have a great day. Kiki, I'm sorry you're sunburned, honey girl, and thank you all for anybody that become a member, anybody that did a super chat, anything like that. Please just gratefully put a thumbs up. It's free. And please pray for Sebastian and share this live. And also, let's get his name and face out there. And thank you, Mama Marissa. Thank you, all my mods. Thank you to everybody who is always a blessing to Sebastian and keeping his name and face out there. I love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see y'all in a bit. Love you. Bye.